What's going on, guys? We're back with another episode of Tokyo Ghoul Dark War, and we're gonna make a video talking about the new characters again. I've had a lot more experience with them after playing PvP for the week, and just had some good experience with a few of them, most of them at least. So I'll show you exactly how they are. So my thoughts prior to this, I don't even know who I thought would be best or whatnot, but let's go over them. Wounded is still not that good. He's alright in PvP. He's nothing. Meh. He's okay. I'm talking mostly for real-time PvP now. We're gonna talk about, because that's the game mode that I've been focusing on. That's the one I have most fun playing, and I think it's one of the best additions to the game yet. But Wounded is alright. If I had to rate them from the best to worst, I would say he is the third worst. There's nothing really more to say about him than I already did. His damage is mediocre. It's not great. It's not super terrible either. And yeah, there's that. Two characters I want to specifically speak on is this man right here, Hafkakuja Kaneki. Man, this guy at 5-star. Now this is strictly from 5-star, because I just faced this guy in 5-star against a guy. Let's see where he is on the leaderboards. His name was Obi, so he's right here. As you can see, he's only level 70. That's it. I'm level 79 right now, and he has a 5-star Kaneki, Hafkakuja, and my god, does this guy put out the damage. And this stun right here is actually really good. He can dash in with his second ability, and you will get stunned from that. I don't know what this says, but you will get stunned by his second ability. It just says stuns the enemies. It doesn't say what stuns or anything. But it is showing his second skill right here, so maybe it's only on his second skill. But the second skill is what was stunning me. It did decent damage, and then while they're stunned, you can get his first skill off pretty easily. You just have to reposition, maybe if you dash past them. But it's got really good damage. He was basically one-shotting my Yamari. He was dashing and stunning him, and then killing him with his first ability. And I mean, his Kakuta Kaneki had a lot of RC. Like he must have a ton of fame to be. He had more RC than I did. I'm at 1 million exactly, but if I were to swap out and put Tatara in, we might have been right around the same. I think he might have still had a little more. I'm not really sure exactly where his RC was. I do know that it was over 1 million though. I don't know if he's on this server. I don't think he's on this server, so I don't think there's a way to actually check his RC. But he would one-shot my Yamari easily. He beat my Noro, I think, a few times. Yeah, he can beat Noro with the stun. Noro's really squishy. The only one that really put up a fight against him was MacLeod, and even then, I'm pretty sure he lost. Like he got 2 wins from his Hafkakuja Kaneki. He's pretty damn impressive in PvP at 5-star specifically. You need that stun. He was using him, Noro. He was using Hafkakuja Kaneki. He was using Marude, and he was using MacLeod and Yamari. So this guy would get him 2 wins pretty much every time. It didn't matter who I played against him. I think I tried Ayato against him. Let's see what my PvP team is. My Noro could beat him, depending. Like, I think there was one time my Noro beat him because my Adima was able to bring him down to like 40% health or something, and then Noro was able to finish him off. But if it was a one-on-one, like 100%, I honestly think Noro would lose. That stun is crazy, and his damage is pretty damn good at 5-star. Yeah, he's quite impressive. So he's very, very good. Now for PvP, I think he is the best among the characters, possibly. Owl has the exact same thing. He's got the stun, and this skill right here, it doesn't say It just says deal damage. Oh, no, no, no. It's his third skill. Deal damage to enemies in an area 6 times. When this skill is released, enemies will be drawn to the front. So down here, it does not say what skill it applies to. But if it's a 5-star owl, it will be on his third skill. I'm not sure if his first and second will do it. But pretty much all you got to do is you got to run. Use his third skill. It'll suck in your character, or their character if you're playing as owl. It'll do a buttload of damage. It'll stun them for like 5 seconds or something, and you just run and wait for it to come off cooldown. I mean, this guy's he's pretty good in PvP as well. As for who's better, I would probably say half Kakuja, only for the fact that Owl has attack, 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 life bond. So he's going to do a lot more damage. But this Kaneki right here, life, attack, attack, and life, this makes him more tanky. So like when I bring Wounded in, who has the same bonds as half Kakuja, he's got life, attack, attack, life. When I bring him into PvP, he could survive against Noro relatively easily because he's quite tanky. He's got a lot of HP. Let's throw him in this spot with a raid set on and see how much HP he actually has. So 486,000 HP. That's quite a lot. And look at his defense, 17,000 and a half. We go to Hinami, who's got 21,000. I mean, but she's a support, so with a balance set on, which gives her an extra 20% right there. So an extra 20%, and let's see what her. Yep, she gets. Actually, she doesn't get HP, but she's also +5 and 4 levels higher. So this guy being +4, level 75, that's quite impressive for the health. We'll go look at Noro, who's got about half of his HP. He does have higher defense and everything, but he's got about half of the HP, and he's 4 levels higher again. He's got my best set of gear and everything on him. This thing, oh no, it's this one right here, I believe, gives him like 14,000 HP right there. And yeah, that's like he doesn't have that much HP. Same with Kaya, she's got less than half of his HP. Arima has close to 1,000,000 HP, and this guy's a tank who is he's just a tank. He gets 16% life and then 20% life at level 5-star. Even Yamari, who's pretty tanky, has less than half the HP. But again, he's not tanky because of HP. He's tanky because he heals and he's got a shield and everything. But I mean, this guy's HP definitely helps. I think it's definitely it applies to half Kakuja as well. You can see he's got already nearly double the HP of all my other characters, and he's 7 levels behind, and he's only +4. So if I were to go and upgrade him to +5, he would be gaining another 7,000 HP right there. And I don't know if this would kick into effect. The growth rate, it probably would be amplified by 15% as well because it's growth rate. That's what I'm saying. His damage is pretty good. His attack is, you can see it's less than half the attack, but I think it's this that makes him good. Critical effect. Now that's critical effect. I don't know if that's critical rate, or crit damage. I believe it's critical rate because over here this says crit damage. It specifies crit damage. And I'm trying to think if there's another character that has like crit damage in their leveling up that I can think of. I don't know if there is one person that does. If you guys know, let me know in the comments, I should say. But I'm fairly certain that this critical rate, critical effect, sorry, is 16% critical rate. So that would make this crit more often. Overall, he's a pretty solid character. He's either the best or the second best in PvP. I just had 4 matches with this guy, and honestly, that character was pretty much the only reason that the fights were very close. It was because he would get 2 free wins pretty much no matter who I threw against him. So he's quite impressive in PvP. At 5-star specifically. Now I do want to 5-star him. I'm debating on working on her because of her bleed. It procs on her second skill. I know it says Binge Eater, but I already talked about her before. But yeah, this guy's number 1 or 2. Owl, the same thing. After playing against him, he is either number 1 or 2. I need some further testing with Owl to be sure, but from what I've seen, he's quite impressive in real-time PvP. And then let's go talk about this guy. Unfortunately, I really had high hopes in this guy, but my god, this multiplier right here, 640%, 800%, this shit is a fucking lie. I just brought him into PvP against like a level 70 or I don't even know, 69, 65 or something like that. But this ability, 640% will just 613%, sorry, and then 767%. These two abilities right here were hitting for exactly the same. They were hitting for 9,700. That is pitiful. That damage is absolutely pitiful. His first and his second skill were borderline useless. His third skill, on the other hand, says 959 multiplier. This thing hits like a train. It hits quite hard, and there was a bug going on where it was just, I'm sure most of you probably seen it in Lee's video, but it was just going off multiple times over and over and over again until they died. I don't know what caused it. I'll bring him into PvP. The bug only happened a few times, but I'll bring him into PvP now if I can, so you can see that his damage it's just pitiful on his first and second skill. I don't know why they're doing such little damage. I mean, 9.7k is awful. I'm pretty sure his auto attacks were hitting for the same as well. Like, all three of his skills were hitting for basically the exact same. Excuse me. So, hopefully we can get I'd like to fight against the guy with a million RC again, Obi, because those were fun matches. They were actually close. It made me quite nervous. I did not want to lose. And they were fun games. I had a lot of fun playing them. What the hell is this? Oh, I never switched it back. Damn. Okay, so I'll just leave this game in because he'll probably quit. And if he doesn't, you could see, you could just see the damage on this guy. I actually want to test the damage on him at 4-star and to see if he's doing more than 9.7k damage. Like, even Ayato's third skill was hitting for about the same, 9.7k, but it hit, well, I don't even know how many times it hit. It hits a lot, 10, 20, 30 times. So it usually takes off about, I don't know, a good chunk of their health, maybe 20% of their health if they're not super low level. I really did have high hopes for Ayato. I really wanted him to be good. I'm still going to get him to 5-star and test him out. But as of now, there is something wrong with his first and second skill. They should not be doing such little damage. So after this match and one with Ayato, I'll go pick the winners for the last video. And then we'll call it. I just wanted to get a video up because there hasn't really been any topics to talk about. But what you would do is you would dash, he would get stunned, you'd reposition and hit him with that. So you can see they're critting for like 39k, which means they're probably hitting for about 20k a piece. And that thing hits like 6 times. Where Ayato's skills were hitting for like 9.7k, like barely 10k. That's crazy. That's crazy, crazy low. Look at his third skill, and it's doing 154,000, and his second skill 122,000. So I mean, if they fixed Ayato's first and second skill to do maybe, I don't know, like 100, 150k a piece, something like that, I think he'll be really good because the third skill is very good. It's got range. It hits multiple times, and it's a very good skill. It's just his first and second, like, it's got a long cooldown, so while you're running around, you've got nothing to do with his first and second skill. You can use his first skill, turn around, and get a shield, but that's about it. And I guess use his first and second. I think it's his second that's to slow them. It might be his first and his third, or his second and his third. I'm not really sure. But he's got the slow and shit, but just running around waiting 16 seconds, or I guess less if you have a Noro on the team. I'm not really sure if that carries into PvP or whatever, but still running around and just waiting for the third skill it's pretty boring. It's not very good. You can see his RC's getting up a little bit. I got him up to level 71, and I got him to +4 to make him a little more closer to wounded. He's got 146. He's got 146 at 3-star level 75. He's got 137 at 4-star level 72. So he's only 3 levels behind, about 10k behind in RC, but he's got a whole star on wounded. So I don't know why his RC is so low. He's also 4-star. I don't know what he gets at 4-star. He gets Steal Life. So he gets his 3rd and 4th are really bad. Steal Life, Steal Life. I mean, it's whatever. You don't really want that. You'd rather have Attack, obviously, or Critical Rate, or basically anything than Steal Life. He gets that at 5-star. His passive turns into that. So why do you really need that? Yeah, you're going to amplify it, but it hurts his RC. I will cut into when we find a game, so we don't have to watch the screen. I'll see you there. Okay, we found a game. Please be a good match. Be Obi. I would like to play against him again, or just somebody who's not going to quit, so I could show you the damage on Ayato's 1st and 2nd. Hopefully they're a lower level, actually. Okay, so I'm glad this guy's a lower level. Hopefully he does not quit right away, and you can see how little damage it does to somebody that's such a low level. Corey Uwe. Oh man, that guy. Very good in PvP. Very annoying in PvP. Very annoying. He'll dash at you, and I'm pretty sure his dash is a taunt. And he'll dash at you and just keep running around in a circle, and you can't do anything. Your character, like, if I face him, usually I just sit there and AFK. But the guy doesn't even know that I'm AFK. I just let him win so that I can go win the rest of the matches, because he's so annoying to play against. But you don't even know you're AFK because he taunts your character and then it drags it. Hold on. Well, let's look before he quits. Damn it. He quit. I didn't catch that. I think it said like 18k, and I didn't catch what level he was either. So we'll try another one and hopefully don't quit. But what I was saying is Corey Uwe, he'll dash at you, and then I think his dash is a taunt. So if you're sitting there AFK, your character will just run at him. He'll just keep running and follow him, and they won't even know, because it looks like you're chasing him when I'm really not chasing him, because I know I'm not going to catch him. So I don't even bother chasing him. There's no reason to, unless you have somebody who can actually do damage to him. Most of the time, I feel like it's my Yamori who goes against him, and Yamori is so easy to kite. It's sad. But again, we'll jump into when we actually find a game, so I'll see you there. Okay, we finally found a match, and it's hopefully this guy doesn't quit. I would like to show you this guy's damage before they quit. If they happen to quit, I'll go announce the winners, and I'll search for a PvP game while I'm doing so. And if they just happen to not quit, then I'll swap over and you can see. I think I played against this guy, possibly, and I think he might have fought, because my my Ayato was doing no damage to this guy's owl. And the 3rd skill does, but the 1st and 2nd did not. So don't quit. Come on, fight. Yeah, okay. Check this out. So that hit for 18k, I believe it said. His 2nd skill, 19k. And then we'll look at his 3rd skill. You see that? You one-shot him. Like, you've seen the damage on his 1st and 2nd skill, and how just pitiful it was in comparison to his 3rd. And people are trying to look at this multipliers. I've seen some videos saying, like, oh, Owl's so good because of his multipliers. Yeah, but the multipliers are not right. They're just not right. I can tell you right now that none of these characters do double the damage that Noro does on his 1st skill. None of them. And there's no way, according to this skill right here, it should hit basically twice as hard as Noro's 1st skill unbuffed. Well, that's just not the case, and you just seen that. It's the same for all these characters. Their multipliers are completely out of whack and just not correct. I don't know why that's the case. The only one that even comes close to resembling that is Owl, but even then, they're not doing as much damage as they're claiming. He does do some decent damage, but not fucking triple Noro's damage, basically, because that's pretty much what this skill is supposed to be doing. So let's swap over to the winners, and we will pick the winners. Okay, we're going to go over the winners for the last video. There was only, I believe, let me check. I think there's only 3 winners, because only 3 people. Hectify responded saying, as for Kagune's, my personal favorites are Tsukiyama's or the Kirishima family. Both look dope in my opinion. Another person that commented that hasn't won already. There's a few people that have commented, but they've already won, so they can't win again. The second one would be Nazi Hunter 9000. He said, obviously got to go with Kuzen Owl's Kagune. My dude's Kagune looks like he hits the gym thrice a day, which is true. Dude's buff is a truck. And Cole Courage. Kaneki's Kagune is nice for the whole tendril aspect, or Tsukiyama's just because it looks pretty cool, especially in his gourmet form on the game. So those 3, and then also there was a viewer who, in my last video, when there was only 4 winners, said that he posted a comment, which it was not showing up on my screens at all. I triple checked, and he posted asking me that only 4 people won. Didn't I take part as well? Or, you know, only 4 people took part. And he responded telling me his comment, and it seems familiar to me, so I believe I did read it. I do not know why it is not showing up. But I believe him. He offered to send me a video or a screenshot, but I believe him regardless because it does sound familiar, and I do think that I responded to it. I just don't know why it's showing up. So Noah be the 4th winner. There will be 4 winners for this video. I'll repeat them again. Noah, I'm going to give him a code because of it. He should have got one last video, but again, like I said, I don't know why it wasn't showing up. So we got Noah, we got Cole Courage, Nazi Hunter 9000, and Hectify. You 4, you can hop in my Discord. I'll send you a code. So that would mean that I think I have, let's see, if those 4 come again, I believe I have about 8 codes remaining, if those 4 claim them. I've got it written down on a notepad, and so far there are 8 codes that have been claimed. I think there might have been 1 or 2 people from the last video who won who has not claimed them yet. I will give them until I get to that point. Like if I get to in 2 or 3 videos, if there's 4 or 5 codes left and I give those out and they still haven't claimed them, then it will be too late. I'm not going to hold them forever. So if you did win in the previous video, hop in the Discord and I will give you the code. Otherwise, the 4 that I just mentioned, same for you. And let me think of a new one. We will give out another 5 codes this video. So let me think of a question and I will be back. Okay, I thought of a question. My question to you guys is, what is your favorite arc in the entirety of Tokyo Ghoul? It can be between Tokyo Ghoul, the original manga, or Tokyo Ghoul Re. Either or works. If you're not certain of what the arcs are called, you can just type in Tokyo Ghoul story arcs on Google and go to the wiki. It has all of them. As for my favorite arc, it's either the Aogiri Tree arc or it is the 3rd Cochlea Raid arc. One of those are probably my favorite. Obviously, Aogiri Tree is my favorite from the original Tokyo Ghoul, and 3rd Cochlea Raid is my favorite from Re. If I really had to pick one, I would probably pick Aogiri Tree. because that is when we first get Kaneki as a complete badass. That is when his transformation happens, and that is my favorite version of him. So yeah, just let me know what your favorite arc is in the entirety of the series, and I will give out 5 more codes in the next video. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, drop a like, leave me some comments. You can talk about anything else as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, well, I do want to say, you can join the Discord as well. Hop in the Discord and join us in the Discord, because I forget to say that in every video. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.